framework behind booking 100 plus calls per month. Now, this is a video that I've been working on for a while and one of my most valuable because I genuinely believe this is the framework that you need to be copying to book 100 plus calls per month, sort of build up to that stage bit by bit, section by section. So I'm going to jump straight into it. We have a 3-step process that we're going to be leveraging with different assets inside of it. So firstly, I'm going to start off with the offer, which is sort of step one before we can actually go on to the next steps to actually book the calls obviously more often. So we have our offer. Give the market what they need /want, not what you think they need /want. Okay, so you hear this saying a lot, but no one ever seems to listen and really take it into account and really start to use it themselves. Okay, you need to actually find what the market is looking for, because you can't give something they don't want. If someone came to you and offered you something that you don't want, you're not going to take it. Let's say you're a massive football fan and someone offers you something about tennis, you're not going to take it. They're not giving the market what the market wants. Okay, they need to give you something about football. Okay, because they're in that market. So we need to really understand this inside a business. Otherwise, you will get nowhere because you can't sell something to someone that doesn't actually want it. So if you do not give the market what it wants, needs/wants, then your SMA will fail, because it is literally the only way that you can scale. Okay, so make sure that you are giving it what it wants. Do this by sort of digging into niches and finding out, okay, this niche wants this niche. Let's say agencies, right? Agencies struggle booking appointments. Okay, that's why I'm making this video. But most agencies struggle to book appointments. What can we do? Okay, so that's their pain point. Let's solve their pain point. How can we book them more appointments? So we find out a structure behind that. Okay, so it's just about finding that niche and finding their problems, and then you can sort of build your offer around that. And obviously, if you have a good offer, the market's going to come to you. So that's already, I don't know, 50 calls book a month, because you're just giving them what they're actually looking for. Okay, so offer. You need to solve a pain point for one and generate a clear trackable ROI. Okay, so the problem with short form at the moment and stuff like that is there's no clear trackable ROI unless you actually make that one. Okay, if unless there's actually like, okay, we will generate this, we'll book 5 high ticket appointments, we'll book 10 high ticket appointments in a month. Okay, what can you actually do off the back of this? We can generate this many views, we can generate this time, like this much ROAS, right? What can you actually do? Because if there's not a clear trackable ROI, they don't know what they're paying for. They don't see any sort of win in paying for whatever they're winning. Okay, so you need to make sure it's proven to work, and you need to have a winning offer. Okay, you will have a winning offer. So you need to show proof of concept and show that it actually works with your systems in place and stuff like that. Solve your pain point and have a trackable ROI, return on investment. Okay, so they know where their money's going and it's actually solving their pain, and they can see that it's solving their pain with the data that you bring in and the results that you bring them. Okay, so how can we do this? One, doing your own research. 2, speaking to people inside of the niche. Okay, so if you look inside of a niche, and you can even connect with certain people and just be like, look, what's the pain point? What are you struggling most of the moment? You could take it back to, like, I don't know, high school business, right? You could do like a survey and really find out, like, okay, so what is that? What's actually going on here? What is their problem? Okay, looking at competitors, see like 6 or 7 figure agencies and what they're actually doing. What are they doing? Because if they're 6 or 7 figures, guess what? Their offer works. Okay, they've got a winning offer. I wouldn't copy their offer, because at the end of the day, they're a bigger agency. They're already doing 6-7 figures, so most people would go with them anyway. But it's just about finding something like that. Okay, so let's say a 6-7 figure business is placing VAs inside, consulting, helping. Okay, so how can we do this? We're not big enough for the consultant yet. We can just do the VA placement, and we can book this many calls and get their systems ready. And then when we grow, we can add the consultant as well. And we can also be a 6-7 figure agency. Okay, watching videos and seeing what people are looking for. Okay, so if a lot of videos at the moment, if you go to like a YouTube channel, most popular, right? It'll be like how to go on TikTok, how to go on Instagram. Okay, so if there was a service, I know I see it all the time, like how to go to 10K followers on Instagram. If there was a service for that, people would pay for it, because I see it all the time, and the videos get so many views because that's what people want. Okay, so why is there not a service for it? So if you get what I mean, right? So look into their business and see what they're lacking, losing their money. Okay, so what I do sometimes is, I made a video the other day and I was looking at solar companies, and I was going on some people's, like, even their funnels and their websites. I was like, this is disgusting. If I could offer them a service, so the ad was dead and their websites were awful, if I could offer a service to build a funnel and build like an advert, right? So I build the funnel for like a one-time payment. Then from there, it's just a reoccurring Facebook ad deal, which I'm driving traffic to that funnel. And then obviously it's going to be converting into sales. So it's just finding out what they're lacking, what's going wrong inside their business, how you can actually help and put forward your service to obviously better them and better their business. Because at the end of the day, if you can show a trackable ROI and relieve a pain point, then why would they not pay you? Okay, that's why offer is so key, and you can't get past offer, because at the end of the day, if you don't have a good offer, no matter how much we do the next steps, right, no one will even bat an eyelid because they don't want it. Okay, so this is how we did it. So what we did, we saw the rise of short form content. We realized everyone was asking how to service deliver. That's all we saw inside of our community, inside of comments. No matter what, people were just saying, okay, I don't know how to service deliver. How do you service deliver? Like, that's all people were asking. People were like, look, I'll pay you £200 to service deliver. So then I was thinking, I was like, look, so everyone's got this pain point. What can we do to alleviate this? So we built a system to train editors with the best service delivery, and then we sold them to solve the pain point. Okay, so what we did is someone would come to us, they'd pay us. We would then train the editor through our systems, because obviously we had a proven and tested system that had done it already, and we were solving a massive, massive pain point. And then you had a trackable ROI, because they can then guarantee something, which means our trackable ROI is whatever their guarantee off the back of their service delivery is. So what we did is we obviously trained them, got the system, sold them to the agency owners or even coaches and consultants sometimes, because they were like, oh, why would I pay like £1,000 a month when I can just pay £1,000 one time for an editor that was working for $4 per reel, right? So that's what we did, and that's how we made a lot of money, is because we just saw a gap in the market and we saw something, okay, let's pounce on this. So that's what I'm trying to talk about now, is like, look, find something. It doesn't have to be new. Just find a pain point, find something that you can build a structure around and really grow with it and really scale it to the next level. Okay, it's about turning off your SMA videos and finding a niche you would love to work inside of, and then hunt for their pain. Okay, you want to get rid of your best niches, best this, best that, because they're never going to be the best niches. Okay, you want to find a niche that you actually want to work with, speak to people inside of it, look into their businesses, find what's going wrong, and then find a way to solve it. You don't have to fall in love with your service delivery, because at the end of the day, you're going to hire someone for it anyway. It doesn't really matter that much. For your niche though, you want to fall in love with it. You want it to be something that you actually kind of like, you actually want to be in. It doesn't matter all the time, but if it does help if you can, look, I'm going for this niche, it's not oversaturated, I like the niche, I can build a good offer around it, I can find their pain points, and you go for it head on. Okay, so that's for the offer section. And you want to really spend a lot of time on your offer, because at the end of the day, like I said, if you don't have a good offer, nothing matters. Nothing. I could spend hundreds of thousands on ads for you, and you still wouldn't convert, because guess what? No one wants it. Okay, so the offer is step one. Is the most important part that we really need to look over straight away. Okay, so once we've got the offer perfected, we want to look at traffic. Okay, so we have 3 sources of traffic: cold outreach, content marketing, and ads. And all of these work very well. So I'm going to go for cold outreach first, which is the platform and the message. Okay, so picking the right platform is key, and would always recommend mastering one and then moving on to more. Your platform will depend on your niche, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to contact car dealerships or something like that, cold calling would be the best option. Cold email would be the best option. Okay, again, e-commerce stores, they're always on their email. Again, email would be the best option. Okay, coaches are on social media: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. So you'd use that. So it's just about finding, okay, so where would they, using your brain for once, right, and just actually thinking, oh right, so where are they at? Where is my niche most on? Are they on Instagram? Are they on social media? Are they on emails? Just finding where they are. Okay, it's all about going where they are, and once mastered, you can move on to other platforms. Okay, so it's just about, like I said, using your common sense, figure out, okay, they're going to be here, they're going to be here, they're going to be here, right? You can obviously move on after, but I definitely recommend mastering one and moving on, because they're all so different. Social media to cold email to cold call, the scripts have to be completely different, and they're completely different sort of modules that you're going to go through when you do it. So I'd recommend obviously doing one at a time, otherwise you're going to get overloaded with information and stuff like that. Really master one and then go from there. Okay, so cold outreach is always a must within your agency, especially at the start of your journey when you have no proof of concept or following behind you. You're going to have to cold outreach, right? Unless you have a lot of money and you have previous businesses in the past. I don't have a script for you to use, as anyone that offers you a script is a scammer, as it will never work for you, because at the end of the day, the problem with scripts, and I was having this hypothesis the other day, and I was like, wait, scripts actually make no sense whatsoever. If I gave you a script to use that firstly, it would get used by every single other person. Two, if people aren't flooding through the gates for your offer, then no script is ever going to save you. Scripts aren't what we need to be focusing on here. It's about your offer, okay? If someone had a no-brainer offer, at the end of the day, their script wouldn't matter. If you're really fighting over scripts and trying to get the best script, you're trying to get you want to get rich quick scheme, okay? That's all I see as a get rich quick scheme, because at the end of the day, scripts don't help anyone. Scripts have never helped anyone. They're pointless, right? If you use a script, it's stupid. You should have a template for yourself that you use, but copying a script, honestly, I would recommend just stop what you do, because it will never work, okay? You have to make one personalized to you and your offer. My advice, have an offer which fits the market, because if your offer is good and they need it, then your outreach message means very little when booking a call. Again, if you had an actual good offer and you were like, look, I can do this, would you be open to it? They'd probably say yeah, because it's just a good offer. So you need to start thinking, it's not my message, it's my offer. Selling the future, don't sell the service, but what it will provide for them if they come on board and how it will change their life. I see a lot of people saying, oh, we do high quality ads, or we do high quality content. No, you're not selling the actual service. You're selling the future. What can that ad do? What can that piece of content do? Okay, so that ad will generate you X, okay? The content will generate you X, will guarantee you X. So selling the future, not selling the product and the service, because otherwise you'll never convert over the line. Reduce the risk can be beneficial. It is not a must. Again, I don't have a risk reversal, but again, it's because I'm more of an authority figure in the market where I am. But having a guarantee can really help people get in a call. It just sort of pushes them over the line, because they're like, okay, there's no risk involved. Why would I not go ahead with this? The more you do it, the better you'll get at writing scripts, but make sure you make your own or you will fail. It is quite difficult to do at the very start. Everyone struggles with it, but at the start of our agency, we mainly focused on cold email. We did that for literally like 4, 5, 6 months. And only after that, we then went on to social media outreach, which was then we've been doing for like 6, 7 months, right? So it's just about going on and finding yourself and really doing it yourself and working for yourself, okay? So that's the cold outreach approach, platform and messages. We'll go over how to ramp it up when you want to remove yourself, because obviously cold outreach is a lot about the volume and the data that you're going to be getting tracked, and you're going to find out, because without data, you're not going to be able to improve your services, you're not going to be able to improve your outreach and stuff like that. So tracking the data, doing it in mass volumes to see what you can change is really beneficial. Now, the cold outreach I see is very bare bones. I know everyone at the start of agencies think, okay, cold outreach is it, but content marketing and ads is where you'll shift your agency if you really want to scale it. And I'd recommend you really listen to this part, because these are the only two ways. I know everyone's like outreach, but if you look at every single guru, they're running ads or they're making content. Okay, so if you ask me, it doesn't really add up. Okay, so yeah, if you don't want to be listening to what they're doing, you want to be doing what they're doing. If they're not cold outreaching, I know no big agencies that cold outreach. I only see them doing this. Okay, so I'm going to go through it and obviously make sure you stay alert with this one, because it is crucial. Okay, so content will always be king, because of its reach, rapport built, can be watched forever, and warms up a prospect. Content marketing will always be the number one way to book meetings, and every person in business is doing it. So like I said, everyone's doing it. You either do it or you don't do it. You either do it and you win, or you don't do it and you fail, right? So the platform and content again. Like Gary Vee said, never rely on one platform, be everywhere. So you need to be on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, any platform that you know of, be on it, because that could be an inbound lead. So I know, like I post on Twitter, I don't really use it, post on LinkedIn, and we've had messages from it, okay? It's just about being absolutely everywhere so everyone can see you. You need to be in the face at all times. Whenever you're on like a social media app or something like that, I'm bound to, like, I probably know you see Alex Hormozi at some point, okay? Because he's just in your face. He posts so much content, so many shorts and stuff like that he's always in your face. More than likely, I know he doesn't have a course, and he probably should. If he had a course, it would do millions and tens of millions in sales, okay? Just because of his content marketing and the way he's positioned himself as an authority figure. He wouldn't outreach. Imagine he didn't have his personal brand. He wouldn't be able to sell shit. He wouldn't be able to sell any. Imagine him outreaching into you. Do you want to buy my book? Okay. You'd say no. Who are you? So this is why content marketing is obviously so key. Any platform you can think of, you need to be on it. Even if it's just re-uploading one piece, that's all I do. I just re-upload one piece onto every single platform, because it just makes sense. Okay. So platform is key. But now it's about the content. You need to have certain content of your funnel on your page for this to be a real funnel. So one, we want the short form is going to get the most reach. This means that obviously when it gets posted, the most eyeballs will be seeing your business. This one is not to sell because it's pretty much impossible to sell this quickly. All we're doing is calling out our target audience, getting to them, and hopefully they can follow us or watch the video, like us, just interact with us so they see us again. Okay, so short is just about going out, grabbing as many people as we can. That's all short form is. That you can't convert off a short form. It's pretty much impossible. Long form content is going to warm the prospect up. I think it's about 7 hours of time that they need to watch something on average for them to pay. Okay, so it may be less, it may be more, but 7 hours is normally the average, and I can kind of vouch for that. Give them the value and rapport they needed to pay you. So we are funneling people into our long form, and over time they will purchase off you. So short form to grab, then we want to be posting our long form, giving real valuable insights to the niche that we're targeting, and then obviously they will in turn watch what we're doing. Okay, so when they watch, we'll build them up over the 7 hours, and around 7 hours in, could be less, could be more, they will then book a call and hopefully buy off of you. Okay, community, we need to have the leads in one place so we can access everyone instantly. Okay, build a community inside of Facebook or Discord, funnel the people into it and start sharing results, value, etc., to show them the future if they book a call and come on with you. Okay, so community is key because you do want everyone in that one place. You want that Facebook group, that Discord group, just so all of the people that are following you can be in one place at one time, because you can't at this point we can't cold outreach one by one. What we want to be doing is making group posts and stuff like that to show, look everyone, this is the result we had, this is what we do, oh this is some more free value. So they are constantly being warmed up, constantly in the cycle of you. They are pretty much under your sort of wing, they're under your sort of cloud. So you can pretty much do whatever you want. So it's just about maneuvering from there once you have them to actually converting them into a sale. Now I say you can do both, or you can choose either one. What people like to do instead is build up an email list, because they are key in booking calls. If you have direct access to message the prospect, to do this, offer a ton of free value in return for an email and start building an email list. You can do this in different ways. You can offer multiple things. I know that we've offered multiple things in return for an email. We have a massive email list now, so we can email thousands of prospects at one time, just on one, and that could turn into a sale. Okay, so out emails 3 times a week. You want to provide value, share results, and try booking calls. You might one time you want to give value on the problem. The second time you maybe want to share a result. Third time maybe you just want to be like, look, book a call, right? You get what I mean, but you'd obviously structure out in that sort of way. Okay, so this is the best content structure which you can use to book 100+ calls a month. So like I said, content is a key. Content marketing and ads are going to be the main 2 places that you're going to be at, because the traffic is just insane there. So cold outreach you'll be using at the start, but it'll come to a point where you won't even touch it after a while. So that's content marketing. Ads is something that we're looking into at the moment, because ads is so key, and not one person that runs it. They run ads, okay? Because why wouldn't you? Ads are one of the best ways to drive traffic to your offer, which not many people speak about. Every guru tells you how to cold outreach, but they all run ads, okay? Like I said, they all do what they don't tell you to do. Start doing what they do, not what they say, okay? So we've got YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok ads are the main 3 that I'm going to go off of today, because they're the main ones I sort of think about. So YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. These are just some of the platforms which you can run ads on to be very profitable. I know agency owners running ads on all different platforms, and they all work. If an offer they target with an actual offer. I know there's a guy on TikTok who's literally, he's like, I print money. He spends 2K, earns about 30 back. It's crazy. I don't think it's 2 to 30, but he earns some crazy money off the back of his TikTok ads just because he has a good offer. Okay, and that's all you need. If you have a good offer, and that's why I said it's so important to do this first step, because if you have a good offer, you can run an ad, and per lead you can make, I don't know, 80% profit per book call per lead, right? And that will be very, very profitable for you to do just because you have a good offer. Okay, targeting their ideal customer, which again is key. So they track the data. Again, this is why cold outreach is key at the start. They track the data. Okay, we have the best conversions with males that are 25 years old doing this with this many followers. So then they can target directly to that direct customer. Engaging and telling creative. Again, they're always using the best sort of creative and best sort of video. They're not using pictures. They're using videos of, like, if you want to fill up your calendar with 40 book calls a month, you get what I mean. Strong call to action action again, so the person books a call. Converting the funnel page, again, you don't want to have these crappy sort of website pages. You want an actual funnel page that goes from the top to book a call to then like it funnels down to results and testimonials and systems and stuff like that. So they obviously want it. If you can nail this and your offer is validated by the market, I mean this by you've signed 30 plus clients over the time, then you can print money because you have a proof of concept, you have results, you have testimonials. It's now time to run ads and just print. Okay, do these two. If you can do these two, you're going to be booking 100 calls per month and you're just going to be printing money over and over and over again. I do really believe once we get onto this section here, we'll be booking 100 calls per month without a shadow of a doubt. Without a doubt, we can easily at the moment do about 20 calls per week. Okay, so if we can get ads down 100, 150, right? It's going to be crazy. Okay, so that's the traffic section. With a right offer, the right traffic is what we want to be looking at. Okay, so now we want to be looking at removing ourselves. Okay, if you're trying to do the actual acquisition for your agency, you will fail. Okay, so one, it's not enough sent/made. Emotional state gets put into your business. If you're out there in the trenches, really outreaching and stuff like that, your stress and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's going to impact your business. It's going to go into your business. Your outreach messages will get worse. Your systems will get worse. And I know this sounds like I always used to think that obviously it doesn't. It really does. If you're in a weird and emotional state, then it's going to affect your business. And then obviously time wasted when you could be doing something else. So having yourself in the acquisition process is a recipe for disaster for too many reasons. Okay, you need to delegate it ASAP to a $3 per hour trained appointment setter. This will remove the stress and allow you to scale to 1,000 plus per day to start booking 100 plus appointments a month, right? So if we really want to start scaling our offer with cold outbound, and that's what we're going to start off with, we want to track the data straight away. We want to learn. We want to really book calls at the start. We want to start closing clients, and then we can get into the content marketing and the ad structure. We want to be ramping up the outreach, okay? We want to figure out a system the best way that's like, okay, we can do 100 on Instagram. We can do 200 on Facebook. Okay, so we're at 300. We could do 100 emails a day. How can we ramp up this outreach to do a lot of outreach? Because if we can do a lot of outreach, everything just goes quicker, okay? So $3 appointment setter, growth teams, which can help you scale. And obviously I've made a video about growth teams. So if you have a question about them, it's called automating your business with growth teams. Very simple. Then obviously acquisition, okay? To book more calls, the simple formula is offer times traffic equals calls booked, okay? Literally all it is. If you have a good offer, all we need to times it by is a lot of traffic and we have more calls booked. Simple. What this means is the more traffic, the more calls booked if we have a valid offer. Alone, we could never hit these numbers. We need traffic-wise to book this many calls. So we need to build a team, okay? So this is who I'm speaking to at the moment, the people that aren't trying to do content marketing, the people that aren't trying to do ads, which is fair enough. They don't want to put their face on camera. They don't want a personal brand, etc. This is for you. This is what you need to be listening to. I have so many videos on T-Bone and hiring to learn how you do this, but that is the equation for you need to be using, okay? So once you have a valid offer, it's like traffic, okay? So if you're not going to be doing the ads and content marketing to gain the traffic, it's cold outreach. What do we do then? We build a massive team to obviously generate as much traffic we would as content marketing, okay? If I post a video and it gets 1,000 views, I've pretty much outreached 1,000 times, okay? That's why content marketing is so much better. If I run an ad and 50,000 people see, I've outreached 50,000 times. Okay, so that's why it's so much better. But if you obviously do, you have to ramp up this obviously section here and you have to remove yourself. So I've got a bunch of videos on that and I definitely recommend you looking into that straight away because that's how you're going to be scaling if you're doing the cold outbound. For these, I would recommend if you're doing anything, if you want traffic, I do content marketing and ads because that's what every single agency owner is doing, even though they're telling you to do a cold outreach. This is what they're doing, okay? So yeah, this is the framework behind booking 100 plus calls per month. I obviously hope it helped. I don't think I missed out anything. It's very simple. It is literally just offer traffic and remove yourself. All we have to do then is service deliver, but we can obviously make videos about that and we can learn about that. But okay, go away. I want you to perfect your offer, really look into your offer and actually spend some time. Spend over the next week, I want you to just spend 2-3 hours, not a day, just 2-3 hours looking for an actual good offer inside a good niche, okay? Then we want to come up with a plan of, okay, I'm not going to do the content, I'm not going to do the ads, I'm going to do the cold outreach, or look, I'm going to do the cold outreach, the cold market, the content marketing and the ads, okay? And I'm going to absolutely blow up it. So that's what we want to be doing. And that's the framework. So I hope you all did enjoy. Let me know what you think below. Join Agency Network is linked in the description. Completely free Discord. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.